flattered my family until the milk curdled, as I recall, so play no games with me. Not when you're asking me to go to my death for you, or you might just find it is a little too much. Then if you won't do it for me, do it for the child in me. She took his hand and moved it onto the swell of her, pressing too hard. There was madness in this woman, he thought. He wondered if the child would even survive its mother. When he felt a kick in the womb, he pulled back with a jerk. You know what will happen, wife, if I ride up the Appian Way into Rome? You know what Sejanus will do? I know what he would do if you run, she said. She was very pale. He ached for her arms around him just once, some sign that she had any affection for him at all. It would surely make it easier. His mother had told him she would grow to love him in time, but that had been false. For all Agrippina was afraid of him, she still treated him with contempt. Gnaeus had lived with neither love nor kindness from his wife. All his anger was not much comfort in comparison to that. Gnaeus, she went on, Sejanus is the emperor's voice in Rome. If you run, he will declare you outside the law. He will take everything you own. The land, the mines, this house, me. The child and I will have no protection. How long will we last then, with the prefect of Rome as our enemy? With quick gestures, Gnaeus put the reins on the last horse. He drew the long strap back to its peg on the chariot. All 4 horses raised their heads, sensing the chance to run before the storm. There was such power in them, it made his heart race. Gnaeus was ready to leave, and yet he stood there as lightning flashed and thunder sounded to fill the world. He looked up, breathing air that seemed more alive. A breeze was blowing, and it felt cooler than it had in weeks. They were certainly due a storm, a cataclysm. The land cried out for it. You know, Agri, I'm just a youngest son. I was never in line for anything important. All I am is a grandson of Mark Antony. I race chariots and I oversee my estate, but I don't threaten men like Sejanus or the emperor. My family had wealth, and yes, they wanted to join our line to the divine blood of Augustus, but that was meant to be the end of it. Then Tiberius left for Caprae, and this Sejanus... He clenched his fist on the reins. Sejanus looked at the few left in his way and began to cut them down. You don't know that, his wife said. Gnaeus looked at her in disbelief. He had spoken. That should have been the end of it. Other husbands did not have to put up with insolence. Yet she had to have the last word, always. He rested his forehead on the horse's shoulder. Gnaeus was 39 years old. He had married Agrippina when he was 30, and she had always been a child to him. Perhaps she always would be. Are you honestly so blind? He demanded suddenly. Emperor Tiberius only knows what Sejanus lets him know. Do you understand that much? Since the death of his son, that vicious old spider has been lost on his island, withdrawn in grief. There is a great silence in Rome now, and his trusted friend, the beloved companion in toils he left in charge, saw his chance and took it. Of course Sejanus is responsible for your brother's Agrippina. He destroyed Nero with an accusation. Is it not strange that such a healthy young man took his own life? Was it the terrible shame Nero felt? You tell me, Agrippina. He was your family after all. None of you seem to feel shame. I tell you... He stopped for a moment, unsure if he should go on. The scorn on her face drove him further. He leaned in, his voice dropping. Even in his own house he had to be careful. Sejanus paid an army of clients, so it was said, all to convey whispers and secrets back to him. Nero was accused of being a woman to other men. Do you think Tiberius cares for that? He's so deep in cruelty, Agrippina, I could tell you things that would sicken you. No, if Tiberius signed that order of exile, if he even saw it, it was at the request of Sejanus, driving a competitor out. I heard they let your brother cut his throat, but there was no choice in it. Do you understand? Don't you dare speak of him, she said. She trembled then, but with frustration. Gnaeus was a powerful man, used to frightening those around him with the possibility of violence. She always had to struggle not to show fear in his presence. He shrugged. I did nothing to your brother's Agrippina. All I did was take a wife who was cold to me. It is Sejanus who saw a path to power, who made me another stone he could kick out of the way. He saw her glance around, looking to see if he was overheard. Nice.